Hello and welcome everyone. This is Blackadder at Blackadder's Place. I welcome you to today's stream. And no, I am in the correct spot.
Game already. Start the game already.
Should be in this last one. No, and therefore, well, we are gonna be ready for the second part and second round of Woepie's free-for-all party, hosted by who else than Woepie, aka Strahssis. No, and we are gonna be there for after last week, where it was a Highland free-for-all. We're gonna be having some custom scenario, and it's gonna be Turma Wars, newly created by, well, Strahssis himself, and that is gonna be right now resulting into, well, as you can kinda tell, plenty of Turmas going on around here, and you can possibly get some more info on the tournament exclamation mark Woepie into the chat, Woepie, and you're gonna be getting the info on the second event. It's also the first one going on that you can be getting some info upon. Okay, I see me as connecting. Okay, it's not gonna be because of me, but I can rejoin for him. Therefore, shouldn't be really mattering at that point because you're apparently connected. But nonetheless, let's therefore hope that everything goes right now according to plan.
Yes.
No, and well, it's gonna be also a bit of a maybe showcase of a new custom scenario that we have here. And we are gonna be getting some starting information here. So these are gonna be the shops where players are gonna be able to buy upgrades, as far as I remember. Gonna be having the cool tree in the middle, which is gonna be kind of like the main battlefield. You can already see the first room arriving with the Woepie in the middle. There's the Mr. Wolf. No, and there we go. So the point is, you're gonna be starting with the tower in the corner. Gonna be also having, of course, on top of it, at this point, the gate, obviously. But the point is that you need to be just destroying the tower of all the other players and, well, free for all. So, of course, last man standing is gonna be therefore the victor in the end, as you're gonna be starting with Turmas. And if I'm not confused, then you should be getting after every 50 kills, as you're gonna be getting just like constantly respawning armies every several seconds. You are gonna be therefore getting improvements. And it's kind of like a similar system as you can see in some other custom scenarios. I think, for example, like Castle Bloods and whatever like that, where simply more kills you are gonna be able to achieve better units, and well, there it goes forward and further and further. And of course, it's gonna be helping you get into the ultimate victory. And of course, the prize pool as well for the second event here. This is a second round and second event of 4 planned. As again, last week it was Highland, kind of like a normal map. Right now it's Turma Wars. The next week it's gonna be, if only I could remember, fourth one is Mini Mythology, if I'm not mistaken. The third one, right now don't want to be right now leaving here into Alt Tabin. I'm gonna be trying to remember what it actually was and what was the scenario, but nonetheless it's another custom scenario, newly created. You can find it in the exclamation mark Woepie into the chat. No, and we're gonna be therefore having plenty of good time on the Sundays evenings. And well, if there's gonna be good interest, then potentially there's gonna be even some opportunity maybe to even increase the number of rounds. So you can see right now the damage for the tower 33.6, so obviously quite a bit buffed up so that he can legitimately kind of hide there, exactly as right now Star aka Assem did. So otherwise the players Ilovemiko, Massive 350, Grassengroom, Killing Combo 13, Tunison and Star. Last week it was Sublime, who is currently replaced by Tunison. So that's gonna be like the only replacement that we are aware of. And at this point I'm kind of a bit curious if we do have a command that will be allowing us to actually see some of the improvements. You can already see there is. You can see right now the Turma here for the Oranos 5.5. Oranos, there, Hades. Okay, so I actually don't remember right now if they were selecting the gods or not. At this point I'm just gonna be assuming that it's gonna be the bonus from kind of like the game, and you're getting improved. Because otherwise there's only Hades, obviously, and Oranos. So yeah, I'm guessing this is gonna be a part of the game and not what kind of civilization they have chosen. So this is already improvement for the kills of the players. Can probably right now... okay, we can be right now seeing because it's part of the game. So you can be getting into the post-game. Yeah, not like the classic observer as in standard situation. You can see 4.5 for the Oranos here, or for purple, therefore for Ilovemiko. Whereas Tunison is gonna be at 4.4 still. So you can see definitely getting a few different upgrades. You can see, for example, Oranos here to the bottom killing combo is gonna be having 5.5 speed, but he does have only 4 attack. So that's obviously something that they are able to get right now in the shops. All the extra improvements, you can say it about now, the half attack, hit points, and pierce armor. So they can be getting a desertification. Thank you very much, Strahssis, for helping with the third name. I just couldn't recall for the love of all the gods in the game. Remember the others, but nonetheless, yeah, are gonna be at this point therefore just gonna like closely checking out who's gonna be getting which kind of upgrades, and therefore who seems to be maybe like the furthest of them all. So far it seems like actually putting quite a lot of importance into attack right now. Tunison's an interesting approach. Because it's gonna be also important to see, as I think in like dodging is gonna be very important because you do have a track rating of 5. So therefore, if you're gonna be getting above speed of 5, you're gonna be able to dodge the enemy projectiles. So I'm really thinking there are gonna be some kind of like schools maybe of thought what to do here and how to play this. As basically like if you're gonna be able to get the speed up, then you're gonna be then able to basically like keep your units a whole lot better alive. So I think this is a fairly important piece of the puzzle. Can already see some different approaches by the players. I have seen some doing some testing and like playing around and seeing if maybe they can be having some training and practice for that earlier today. I'm sure if somebody else maybe even actually testing that a bit earlier. As currently, do we have somebody? No, basically like nobody is trying to push for the same high attack as currently Tunison is. Maybe right now Miko slightly. Can't vacuum his threat. Well, that's also gonna be the part of it. As players having a bit of fun here. Yeah, well, there's gonna be a bit of that. Fortunately, it was also I think in last week, but nonetheless. Hopefully they're gonna be able to deal with that. It's gonna be maybe slightly complicating exactly the dodging as I was mentioning. It's gonna be like only player, right? No. You can see Ilovemiko and right now also killing combo are gonna be the highest speed. So therefore they can theoretically dodge the projectiles. You can see the amount of kills by looking at the rears. Ah, cool. Cool. So by the way, therefore, if you can be buying pierce armor, HP, and attack, does it therefore matter if they choose? Therefore, it's gonna be mattering if they choose Hades or Oranos, right? Because the Oranos is gonna be therefore giving them the extra speed, whereas Hades is gonna be giving the extra damage. So it seems like the players are gonna be having somewhat of a practice ready for that. So it will be probably mattering what kind of civilization they chose. You can say down the deer. Okay. Yeah, red is gonna be having 92 kills. You can say now green 91. Then we do have yellow 77, 74 teal, and you can see 138 for pink, for example. Okay, so it seems like that actually pink is in the best spot. So that's gonna be Ilovemiko. He's having right now the highest amount. Very much the highest amount, as therefore he is the one with the speed. No, I mean like at this point speed is not gonna be as important for the kills, I guess, but for the defense, as he mentioned already multiple times, you can see there's gonna be some new army waiting for it. And interestingly, actually teal is gonna be gonna camp in for a bit. Which one is actually teal here? This one. It's gonna be having 76 kills. Now he's gonna be in a bit of a problem. It's gonna like the point and the problem here will be that if you are going to be camping too much, you obviously are gonna be missing the kills, and therefore you're not gonna be improving your own units. So it seems like he's gonna be just maybe trying to use the opportunity as a sneaky guy when two players are gonna be engaged and he's gonna be just like running into them and sniping from behind, limiting the damage he is gonna be actually getting from that. So I can imagine maybe that could be a certain idea. Otherwise, you can obviously also get a general plan and like progress. Is going to be right now noticeable. 2000 score for Ilovemiko. So you can see it's about 300 above Grassengroom in the second place. So you can tell basically by that what kind of kills they already have here. So yeah, that's gonna be, I think, just a bit of a good clue about how the progress so far is and who is supposed to be in the actual lead currently. Can I actually get some commands here? No. Nothing like that is gonna be there. I was kind of wondering if maybe you can be getting like pop limits slightly, because that could be also interesting piece of the puzzle to know how many units each of the players is actually having. But currently it's just gonna be having to somewhat guess it. We can definitely tell that yellow is not entirely too up. And Oranos is, in your opinion, the best one. Hades gets a bonus, but it doesn't scale. In late game, Hades bonus won't help anymore. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that the speed is really important because of the track rating that is limited at only 5. And if you're gonna be potentially dodging, then it's gonna be quite a bit of a nice help. As Green right now being, quite a bit eliminated. That's a lot of points gifted to Tunison here, who's gonna be suddenly catching up with Miko. Can say right now Red is gonna be 178 kills, and Purple is gonna be 187, so they're gonna be pretty close to each other.
I need help.
Otherwise, Steel is gonna be still barely at a hundo. And he's been right now just quite eliminated. Eliminated. He's still gonna be having some army right now waiting for him. But obviously, it's not going to be necessarily enough. And so far, with how it is shaping up, it's probably, yeah, I think that the guess was not entirely too wrong by the players. That this could be a bit of a long entertainment for the evening. But that's, well, what it's supposed to be. And, well, what you like to see, so that we are not gonna be getting too much of an easy win. Last week we were having about 35 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, 30 plus minutes of fairly interesting free-for-all on the Highland in the first round of Woepie's free-for-all party. But yeah, well, today, we'll see how long it's going to be. Same as, of course, in the next rounds. They are gonna be at the same time next Sundays at 20 GMT, played again. Possibly streamed here or maybe elsewhere, we'll see. And they are going to be featuring desertification, mini Mythology. Maybe there's gonna be even some further improvement. As you can see, we have gotten ourselves a god power usage here. Looking at the scores, still Tunison at this point actually getting a bit ahead of Ilovemiko. So they're gonna be somewhat close at this point, really just like 1 point of difference. It seems like that those two guys are very much likely to be fighting, maybe even for the possible win, even though their focus currently on Massey is gonna be probably somewhat of a good opportunity for Grassengroom. And it's very interesting at this point tactically, for example, for Blue's point of view, from Blue's point of view, what is he gonna be trying to do, because he probably is gonna be well advised to try and avoid the big fights and try to kind of like abuse his weaker like friends and neighbors, so that he can be, of course, collecting some free points and can be therefore getting somewhere further. Oh no, I'm kinda hoping we don't have a drop. That'd be kinda sad if he did.
No.
No, nonetheless, seems like that everything is right now settled down, and we're gonna be therefore able to hopefully somewhat continue. Still, the difference at this point between Grassengroom and Tunison is rather significant. There's a pretty big problem in there. But yeah, if you're gonna be getting this, then I'm kind of afraid that somebody is gonna be having to be left behind. I mean, like, it's most probably him, really. He was having the connection problems, if I'm not mistaken, it was last week the same. So, if the players are kind of maybe just having even some notes about that. Who knows though who it is? I don't really care. I'm not just gonna like cast in here. Yeah, no one is. It's gonna be some connection between some people. Right now, for example, Star is a bit. So who knows? If it's gonna be kind of like all across the world, then maybe that could be also at least a piece of the problem. So at this point, oh, Resign is kind of uncomfortable at this point though, because that is something that can be entirely overcome. As you're apparently given some... oh well, that was just like the Tilo has been defeated, so he is gonna be like completely gone. At this point, that's probably not much of a point in any kind of restart, but nonetheless, Star was the victor of the first round, so it seems like this time not gonna be entirely having the opportunity to defend his title anymore. He also wasn't entirely into much of a greatest of spots here, but I'm kinda hoping you're gonna be seeing some proper fights last as long as possible. As he therefore looks like gonna be having first player, therefore pre-eliminated, whereas well we are going to be at this point also... he wasn't destroyed, right? I think he just kinda resigned, he kinda shown to him. Not sure if maybe... Wait, did I miss him getting killed? I think he just resigned, but not sure. But gonna have to be paying maybe a bit closer attention. But I don't think... I mean, like, if you do have still the wall here, he couldn't have been killed, so... Yeah, it just has to be a straight resign without anything else. No, and in the meantime, we're gonna be there for having a bit of a lead for Tunison. Some 170 points, or at this point actually 300 points. That was quite a bit of a jump in there for a bit. So you're gonna be there for having, for example, Grassengroom 4.8 attack, 88 hit points, but 148 hit points already for Tunison at 5.8 attack, 120 HP, 4.4 for Massey. And all the way to the bottom, there is gonna be right now Miko, who is at 108 and 5.9, it's very high attack in there, supposed to hit points, with 4.5 and 80. Yeah, he's just gonna be at this point feeding off killing combo, and hopefully it's gonna be allowing him to get properly high up. Okay then, so at this point really looking quite a bit strong for Tunison, based on the statistics. Those 150 hit points gonna be really hard to kill the Turma with obviously the low attack that they have. I kinda wonder if maybe it would be a bit better. Summoning 3 bad. Interesting name. But nonetheless, if it would be maybe somewhat of an idea to probably scale the attack a bit faster. Because obviously you still also need to be counting the fact that you are gonna be dealing 30% less damage. Is somebody actually buying pierce resistance? Oh yeah, Grassengroom is having 50%. 35 for Massey. Same as right now for Miko, and you can see killing combo. Grassengroom is definitely right now investing into defense, which is somewhat of a smart idea, because as I just mentioned, with all the kind of like low damage that we do have from the Turmas, it's gonna be actually a bit more important for kind of like the longevity, maybe on the kind of like on the level of the hit points. But theoretically, if you're gonna be actually consistently increasing your defense, maybe it might be slightly better than the HP, but that's gonna be something that's straight better. But I just can't be doing the math in my head for that at all, obviously. So yeah, but it seems like that maybe at least right now the leg has somewhat resolved itself. So probably whatever kind of combination of the issue was there, maybe has been resolved for the players. Not sure, but it kind of seems that way, at least for the time being and currently now. So hopefully players are gonna be able to continue therefore playing and skilling up, with currently actually Grassengroom already catching up through Tunison. Right now he's gonna be at only 200 points behind, but all the farming that currently Miko has done against killing combo is gonna be apparently paying off. As he's right now reaching the top by 300 points. It's quite a bit of a high difference here. The scenario cleans dropped resign players up automatically. Okay, so thank you for the information. How it's gonna be specifically working. Okay, so gonna be keeping some new army possibly here in case he needs a few reinforcements. Seems like it. I mean, like Tunison is very commonly leaving some army at home. Looks like he doesn't purposefully want to be committing all the army so that he's gonna be having some at least secondary chance there. As it seems like, well, there is going to be at this point. Maybe, I mean, like, at this point, you're gonna be definitely expecting some diplomacy to be going on, of course. Assem playing inside a ship at sea. Using cell data. Well. Yeah, that's obviously not gonna be entirely helping out too much then. With probably tons of other people using that Wi-Fi as well. But nonetheless, I'm gonna be there for right now, continuing. And let's maybe gonna check out how many kills therefore we do have. So that's gonna be Grassengroom 313, 332 for Tunisono, 154 killing, Massi at 193, and we're gonna be there for having also Ilovemiko at 368. So you can see how the kills are at the top side, getting quite a bit close here. Oh, that's gonna be quite some free kills currently for Grassengroom, who is actually quite nicely diligently trying to catch up. At this point, probably can't be feeding off Massi too much because obviously he is on the other side of the map altogether. 6.4 attack, for example, for Miko. 40% resistance is in there. Rhea's Grassengroom is gonna be 60% resistance and also slightly increasing on attack 4.8. As you can see, Tunison going for the highest, 5.8, but only 30% PS, but 168 HP for him. You can see hit points completely ignored by Grassengroom, so we see what kind of strategy and tactics he has gone for. Oh, kind of strategy, let's say, only. With Red, kinda liking the hit points there still. I think he has a solid idea, but so far, it's not entirely bringing him as much, and okay. Entirely certain at this point what this was supposed to be at this point for him. But we also do have, heavy Turmas right now coming up from Miko. Well. That is gonna be quite a nice little bonus here that nobody else is currently having. As he's at already 400 points above everybody else. And this is gonna be a fairly important fight between Tunison and Grassengroom. You can see that they're getting quite a bit close to each other. So this is gonna be a fairly important fight for the Supremacy 2026. Reinforcements coming up. And, there is a group right now from Tunison. That should have been also coming up. Yeah, that was, I'm thinking, the mistake here for Tunison. Maybe could have been having somewhat of a better fight. But at least this served its purpose for Grassengroom to be getting onto somewhat of a similar level. 384 for Tunison. Absolutely the same currently for Grassengroom. But Grassengroom is gonna get ganked upon by Miko. And currently Miko is actually playing it fairly nicely tactically. Seems like he's gonna be taking some smart fights around here. Smart fights indeed. Yeah, well, I mean, like, I kind of liking how Killing Combo is still kind of hoping against all the odds. At this point, practically him and Massi are just feeding machines. Because obviously with how the players are going to be scaling the through kills, you're just going to be falling deeper and deeper into an obvious hole. It's kind of like interesting when the others are going to be also getting their heavy upgrade. That's somewhat some kind of limit of kills, right? You can see right now 451 currently for Miko. Seems like Grassengroom is gonna be slightly, ever so slightly running away. 156 HP, 40% resistance, 65. Can I actually wonder if Grassengroom is gonna be able to get to the 100 resistances. So therefore it's gonna be receiving practically just like 1 damage. Seems like Killing Combo is gonna be currently trying to gain some strength. There we go. It's gonna be Grassengroom getting himself the 400 kills, it seems like, or some such, into the position of the heavy Turmas, but it's gonna be the same for Tunison, who's gonna be there for 13. So it seems like 400 kills, right? That you are there for getting the heavy Turmas. Which at this point is of course gonna be a big disadvantage even for Massi and Killing Combo. Neither of them is gonna be anywhere clear and close, 170. And Green is gonna be at 247. So it's almost impossible to get back there. And there is something interestingly orange in the middle. Oh, that's Mr. Woepie. And we can actually... Wait. Oh, we can actually control Woepie. Interesting. He's gonna be ours. Didn't even know that. As we are actually the orange one. But there we go. That's gonna wait now the opportunity. With a huge bronze battle ×2 between the players. And let's therefore get into the score. 79% pierce resistance. 58 there, but 176 hit points. You can see some reinforcements from the top, but of course without the defenses. And well, this is gonna be Massey at least slightly helping out to Grassengroom, who though is right now dropping. You can see on the score, Tunison has slightly overtaken him. Ilovemiko was apparently trying to right now bash into a killing combo and maybe trying to destroy him. Yep, thank for the confirmation. Yeah, getting heavy at 400 kilos. No, and as yeah, about 20 minutes of game time. 600 is gonna be into champion. Yeah, well, that probably isn't entirely going to be too hard to get to, but maybe surprisingly, can see right now Miko is having to fall back to his home for the time being. Kind of wondering how long that's gonna be actually lasting, and yet 800 is gonna be the burning pitch, so you can also easily kill the wall and tower and potentially snipe the opponent, because you don't have to be killing his army, you just need to be killing his tower. That's what you need to do, which obviously also precludes, or the kind of presumes you're gonna be destroying the stone wall logically and the gate. But then you're gonna be having, of course, the opportunity at the tower, which is having, well, 1567 hit points. Not entirely too much, but with the 85% pierce resistance, that's gonna be meaning that Turmas are really gonna be doing, no, well, 1 damage practically. No matter how much you're gonna be probably buffing them. So something like the burning pitch is gonna be quite a bit important addition to the game and to your efforts. But there is gonna be therefore at this point something new. 75 already for Grassengroom, 176 HP for Tunison, and 6 attack, 5 attack only here for blue. Whereas green is at this point going to be just keeping Miko in his base, who's actually really investing into attack. You can see 7.8, really going quite a bit high in there. I'm really thinking that the defenses are gonna be probably making a bit better sense here, because they're gonna be somewhat better scaling. Thinking and the attack, because you are getting percentages on the defense, whereas on the attack you are practically getting, oh, it's kind of like you're gonna be getting like a straight amount of attack, right? An absolute number. So potentially if you're gonna be getting bigger and bigger attack, then you're gonna be getting some bigger and bigger discounts because of how the defense is going to be percentage wise here for Grassengroom. So basically at this point it's receiving only quarter of the damage from the enemy units, whereas for them it's gonna be 40%, so that means less than a half, okay, more than a half, sorry. So about like 3 damage from Grassengroom is Miko receiving, whereas Grassengroom is receiving about like 2 damage from Miko. So at this point I think the actual defense is quite a bit nicely paying off here for Mr. Blue. And 200 is medium. Okay, every 200 we get the improvements onto the Turminos. Okay then, so we're gonna be at this point having no change at the top. Miko just like constantly growing up. How much and where is he with the kills? He's having currently 591. He's gonna be getting champion soon. Can say now 500, 500 there. I mean, like they're keeping just like Tunison and Grassengroom are always at the same spot. So now waiting for Miko and getting himself there for the champion Turma upgrade. Green side now chilling in his base for the time being. Some healthy reinforcements for Grassengroom coming into the battlefield right in the middle of the fight, and that's gonna be bronze. And this is actually, whoa, this is gonna be exactly at the same time when he was getting the champions. I wonder if he did it on purpose to try and hide that he's getting actually better units, so that maybe Grassengroom is gonna be not noticing that and potentially committing further. But yeah, well, the problem is you're still not gonna be committing against the bronze, right? So maybe he was hoping that maybe opponent is having the god power as well. Possibly. Interesting tactical variant, I guess. And if it was on purpose, then somewhat of a smart idea, actually. Somewhat of a smart idea. No, but yeah, it seems like that Miko is the one who is definitely in the best of shapes here. Seems to be kind of nicely managing to kind of keep Grassengroom and Tunison slightly at bay, and at the same time also a bit farming killing combo for some further points. Turma has a huge damage bonus, having nerfed the attack in the alpha stage because the upgrade was too strong. Yeah, well. Oh, it's actually kind of true, because the Turmas are gonna be having also the Archer armor class. So therefore basically you're gonna be having damage bonus even against the other Turmas. So it's gonna be something along those lines, it's usually how it is. 80% resistances. Even just like with the bronze, it was 58. So you can say now he's seeing that there was a bit of a trap baiting for him. Maybe just kind of saw it before, but gonna be committed only now. And oh well, there is a lot of, I think, in green dead here. So you can say now 3,800. Still quite a bit far away beyond Tunison. But maybe, is there gonna be some kind of chance that he could be possibly catching up? I have to say currently. I have to say indeed. As we are gonna be right now, for example, having a look at still camping killing combo, and really at this point it seems like that the important part is gonna be getting to 800, and that is where we're gonna be having some real chance, quite probably, to kind of like get rid of some of the maybe weaker players in the game and snipe their towers. But the question is if that's what you want to be actually doing. If maybe, typically with how Miko is playing, I wouldn't be surprised too much if he tried to be waiting for opportunity when Grassengroom and Tunison are playing each other and fighting against each other, and then suddenly, there was actually snipe going on onto the base. But I'm really thinking you're gonna be needing the extra bonus for that from the burning pitch. So this is a certainly interesting idea by Tunison, but I'm not entirely certain that it's gonna be working that well. So well, Grassengroom is gonna be having to head home currently, but you really shouldn't be able to get through here too quickly, especially with all the reinforcements you are constantly getting. Yep. Oh, yeah, he's gonna be right now trapped, and that's a great opportunity for Miko to either join in or farm quite a lot more to get faster into 800. Right now does have two tactical options what to do. Seems like he's gonna be choosing basically farming on both green and teal, because he doesn't really want to be, I think, in leaving green too much. Because green is potentially a bit of a dark horse here. He theoretically could be having some kind of chance to come up and still be maybe somewhat of a danger. How far away is he legitimately, green? It's gonna be soon getting champions, or champions heavy. Otherwise you can say now 700 kills for Miko, Grassengroom 573. Similar to Tunison, but Grassengroom is slightly ahead. But still, at least gonna be getting the champion somewhat soon after probably this fight. Maybe both of them. But really, Miko is just getting ready for the snipes, in my opinion. He's quite evidently just kinda going to be... I'm really thinking he's gonna be benefiting from the fact that Grassengroom and Tunison are fighting each other all the time. And he seems to be kinda like playing on that. So unless there will be some kind of like common ground between Grassengroom and Tunison to kill Miko, then they might be having a really hard time then stopping him after. And I'm thinking that this is about like the time where they should be potentially ganging up if they kind of like not realizing that he's running away from them. Hopefully they are. And basically to stop him before he becomes, oh well, a bit too powerful with the sniping possibly. Okay, just heading home again. Miko quite nicely farming the points. There is the purple. There he is. 765. That's gonna be 20. No, one more farm like that, and he's gonna be in his happy 800. Okay. Reinforcements, of course, are not available with champions. Also ready for Grassengroom. Is gonna be at 90% pierce resistance, by the way. 55 for Miko, who is gonna be at 184 hit points. We are having only 104 for Turmas from Grassengroom. But the 90% damage reaction is absolutely massive, even with the 8 attack that we do have currently for Miko. I'm really liking this different approach by the players, and I think, you know, by the end of the scenario and the second round of Woepie's free-for-all party, you're gonna be quite a bit smarter about what is possibly going to be, you know, like the better choice overall for the players. So you're gonna be also reaching half an hour of our Turma Wars scenario. 176 HP. Obviously the statistics are not gonna be too relevant for Massey. We definitely do have, I mean, like, we do know which 3 players are gonna be fighting for the victory, with one of them having somewhat like an advantage, but currently I'm thinking with the build the Grassengroom has prepared, it's probably not gonna be entirely all that clear. Can say now killing combo, trying to snipe slightly here, helping his murderer, who was ready to be farming him again. Killing combo, yeah, well, he wasn't trying to really help, just was trying to help himself, and okay. Okay, that's gonna be an interesting idea. Obviously with high pierce resistance, it's gonna be pretty much useless for Grassengroom, who's having 95% pierce. Sorry. And obviously, since Lightning Storm is pierce damage, then smart plan. You can see very smart planning right now paying off for Grassengroom. This God Power is gonna be completely useless against him. Completely and utterly. Against the 800, or the 800 here. With Burning Pitch, yes, they already are. Flaming and oh, Tuniston going for Flaming Weaponeros. Now that is an interesting idea. 11.6 damage suddenly. He's having at least 68% pierce resistance though, so this is something that could work. And that's a very interesting approach, because he wants to be probably farming himself. I would have probably waited with flame weapons for either some important fight here, or maybe snipe of a TC, or TC of a tower. That seems like a much better choice, to be honest. To potentially just like insta-annihilate somebody just kind of like with Burning Pitch and Flame Weapons, you probably could be getting in the kill fairly well. I really do think that to be quite a nice opportunity for them. Seems like it right now, Miko slightly catching up on the idea with the 55% pierce resistance, that maybe it's a good plan. Okay, well, he just got absolutely destroyed apparently by the flame weapons. No, so that's an interesting attempt at snipe currently for Tunison. How many kills did he get himself? 672. Blue is gonna be a 693, so it didn't entirely help him too much, get him any further. Still very far away beyond Miko. No, but currently the Burning Pitch obviously doesn't help against normal units. It is only helpful on sniping potentially the towers. So I do wonder if he could be trying to snipe, for example, red here. But it seems like with where currently Grassengroom is camped, it's not a bit of a dangerous spot here, I think, but he's just kind of like utilizing the fact that he's having such a nice pierce resistance, he can just kind of like ignore practically everything here. Especially somebody like Teal, who doesn't entirely have that many bonuses on him in general. Does not really have that. No, at this point it's basically like, I mean, like the farming is still useful because you're gonna be able to increase your further statistics anyway. So it is still making good sense, but it maybe seems like that killing combo is gonna be getting a bit shorter on the lifespan as army has been destroyed, and well, there is gonna be a new one. Then there's gonna be a good opportunity, I'm thinking, for maybe even breaking through the defenses. Because the tower right now is just gonna be able to demolish everything from Massey, but they just need a Burning Pitch to get through. The tower is still at its 33 damage, gonna be a bit too ominous and powerful. And still, but nonetheless, there is gonna be right now a bit of an attempt on breaking in, and just needs to be careful not to be caught in somewhat of a difficult spot. But it actually looks like it maybe Tunison is gonna be caught between two stones. Yeah, he debated about not changing his plan, and that's gonna be Flame Weapon's idea again. But I don't think that's a... I don't understand why they actually plan it now. Oh, can say now the damage through... Like, it's not terrible. It's not like the best either. You can see 723 kills. If he actually were pretty close to maybe actually getting the Killinos for the Flame or for the Burning Pitch, that would be maybe somewhat of an interesting idea. We got powers are granted with lineups, so 200 restoration, 400 bronze, 600 flame weapons, and 800 lightning storm. So I'm still kind of thinking that really this is a bit of a small waste, I'm thinking, but maybe it's gonna be proving me wrong. You can say now 760 kills currently. Oh, it's gonna be Grassengroom probably visited here by Massive from behind. Miko would be very much liking to get himself some more pierce resistance, for example, that he's right now gonna be focusing upon, and looks like, yeah, the time for Teal is gonna be soon ending. Weapons have also ended. By the way, what is right now the difference? 711 kills and 771. Yeah, so the flame weapons of course did enough, and since they are both gone, no, that looks like therefore Grassengroom should be having quite a commanding lead above Tunison. You can even see it on the scoreboard, 900 points of the difference in that. And I think he's gonna slightly maybe playing on getting the bonus. Oh, Massey is gonna right now punish him from behind. But again, I'm really thinking this was a very smart idea from Grassengroom with the defense, because it means he can really just kind of withstand plenty of damage and stand ground and do basically what he wants and what he needs to do. Yeah, seems like that at this point he is... Oh, hey, B, can I be somewhat done? It's probably all the way to the bottom. Getting combo, basically the fact that he is like defending for such a long time is basically meaning that Miko can't be like using the opportunity somewhere to the top. And maybe that's gonna be chance for Massive to help killing combo at least a bit. As the wall is gonna be down or not, and we're gonna be down to also burning pitch very soon. There is right now our Animalo. 800 exactly now, burning pitch is in. Oh, that's gonna be right now well timed. Grassengroom can just gonna snipe right now the tower, ignore the units, and he's gonna be quite a bit thrilled. Yep, just go for that. Realize that you are having the upgrade already. Screw the units, I guess, and just get rid of the tower. I think he's just gonna farming at this point to get himself maybe some higher hit points, which is apparently the next part he's invested into. So it looks like the first eliminated guy is gonna be currently Tunison with proper elimination. Yeah, he's enjoying those extra kills here for free basically. So, well, that was a long fight for 36 minutes between those two, and that is gonna be there for Tunison, the second defeated. And we are gonna be at this point having, well, the fight between practically Grassengroom and Miko, and it really just gonna depends if there's gonna be some potential collaboration with the others, and Miko is gonna be alone, because at this point we do have both upgrades, and I'm thinking that the lightning storm is to be cast sooner rather than later, because obviously again pierce damage, and he's gonna be getting more and more kills, and therefore he just wants to be casting as soon as possible for more damage. If he's gonna be pushing into him, could be right now casting it now. Well, entirely certain if we can be actually breaking through, but right now, there we go, yeah. I think this is actually fairly smart here. Even though the lightning storm is not gonna be doing as much, the flame weapons are gonna be way deadlier. No, Massey shouldn't be running into that. But it seems like it's right about now Tunison. No, he already was, of course, gone, so at this point he has also gone completely. It seems like it just like doesn't resign you from the game, even if you are gonna be resigned from from the game somehow. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, so it seems to me that the flame weapons are not entirely doing as much as probably Miko would have hoped, because again, as I mentioned earlier, even if you're gonna be having increase in the attack, it's still a straight number, whereas the defense is basically a percentage, so you're gonna be always getting only 95%. Kind of like, no, only 5% of all of that, and 5% between something like 4 or the 8 and 12. The difference is very small, right? You're not entirely getting too much extra at that point. So the flame weapons really against such armor are, as you can see, not gonna be as useful, and it seems like Grassengroom is at this point aiming very much for the kill. Just gonna really depends how well Massive and killing combo are gonna be able to maybe do something against him. This is right now the great opportunity for Massive. I do wonder if actually against Miko, or if he should be trying to farm Teal and get himself some extra upgrades. How far is he? Where do we have green? 450. He's kind of far away from any kind of extra bonuses though. Almost 1,000 kills, by the way, for Miko. So that's kind of like the question. Kind of almost thinking that, yeah, that he wants to be really farming, killing combo. Might be somewhat of a better idea. Kind of like the late game, and hoping that Miko is gonna be keeping Grassengroom busy for the longest time possible. Because obviously the kills here are gonna be a lot slower than here. So theoretically, if it lasts long enough, Masi could be somewhat catch up, but I think this is still quite a bit far-fetched. Not really thinking it's gonna be all that easy. Yeah, I'm thinking that Grassengroom at this point is definitely on the victory path. But maybe there's an opportunity to, of course, snipe the tower somehow. But the problem is they don't have the damage. I've also already gone here for Ilovemiko, and no, again, I wonder if maybe it would be just a better idea for Grassengroom to simply snipe the tower, screw the units. Again, they just kind of don't do anything to him all that much, and he can't be doing anything with the tower, right? So I'm thinking this battle is just like not needed. I don't think he needs to be doing this at all. But I guess he just wants to be proving his total dominance. I wonder how can you guys... No, well, they can't. Because again, he just kind of like scaled up pretty well into the defense. That was the whole plan for Grassengroom, and it proved to be the correct idea in the end. So while Miko was very nicely farming, getting himself the bonus of the burning pitch as fast as possible, kind of like fastest in the game, he just kind of like didn't use it in any kind of reasonable way. So his kind of late game plan wasn't as good as it was for Grassen. Yeah, well, seems like I'm gonna be having to find a job for solving that problem. But, yeah, well, this is gonna be also quite nice combo. How much do we have? 1,007 kills, you can see 510, 321, and Grassen is gonna be almost 1,000 as well. Seems like he's gonna be running over Miko, even just during the fights, but yeah, well, finally he's realizing that he doesn't need to be really fighting the Turmas anymore, and he is gonna be at this point for getting himself the victory, which means that Miko is gonna be at this point completely eliminated, and in the end, Grassengroom with 10,000 on the score even quite nicely is gonna be getting himself into the victory position, because now it's gonna be legitimately impossible for Masi and Killing Combo to get rid of him, especially for Killing Combo. It's not gonna be having the power. You can see 45% pierce resistance, 88 hit points, 5.9 on the attack. Area as well for green, 70% pierce, nice, 136 hit points and 5 damage, but 5-6 damage for Grassen, but 244 hit points and 95 pierce. Yeah, he went for the defense and it's working pretty damn well for him. Just now needs to be, of course, finishing with the others, which shouldn't be too hard. Again, he can just right now easily snipe Killing Combo, just kind of like screw him, screw the units and go for the buildings and what he did earlier. I mean, like, he's legit not gonna be doing anything to him at all. So, just like, doesn't need to be farming. Yep, exactly. No, as like Miko, of course, is gonna be at this point confirmed. They will be also gone. That is gonna be there for Grassengroom, who is absolutely inevitably aiming for the final showdown with Masi, but it's not gonna be that much of a showdown. It's gonna be just like collecting the victory here for the second part and second round of Woepie's free-for-all party. Played every Sunday, still gonna be having 2 rounds next Sunday and the one after as well. Also at 20 GMT, same time. You can sign up until the week, well, the like, day before, or you can also after be on the like, replacement and on the bench. So feel free to sign up on the Member Plus Voobly web or exclamation mark Woepie, WOEPIE, into the chat, or you can find it in the title, and you can, well, maybe take part as well in the next scenarios that are gonna be coming up. As next week it's gonna be Desertification, and the week after Mini Mythology. And maybe there's also some chance of even playing a bit further. And maybe there's gonna be some prolongation if there's gonna be enough interest in this cool event by Miko aka Strahssis aka Woepie. Okay, so seems like it's gonna be right now, of course, getting into the tower. Yep, that's gonna be Killing Combo there for the next gun, and oh, a bit of an interesting attempt by green, but he obviously doesn't have the kills to be able to get rid and get through the wall sufficiently fast. But he still needs to be doing something at least here. That would be more of an interesting twist if he actually managed to get through the wall. And I'm thinking that maybe right now Grassengroom is getting slightly worried, but I think he just needs to be running... I think he should be running into attack, yes. Just kinda like, this is very interesting twist. But again, the difference between having the burning pitch and not is gonna be quite a bit felt here. You can see 45 minutes of the game time in the end of our free-for-all. And you're just not gonna be able to get through in time. Nah, just like no reason for this, Grassengroom. You are not losing here. I mean, like, look at the hit points. There's no need to worry. You're gonna be getting new units potentially here as well. And frankly, this might be actually a bit kind of like scarier. If he's gonna be accepting the path of the defender here, he might not be happy with the result in the end. He really might not be. But nonetheless, at least the army is gonna be currently eliminated. And it will be, in the end, resignation and... not gonna be seen the last kill. As Massive is gonna be taking the honorable way out. But there we go. It wasn't not entirely much of a terrible plan here. Massive basically the only thing he could have done. Legitimately the only part, but Grassengroom will be the one whose practice actually paid off. He was practicing earlier today, I've seen him in the lobby. And he is gonna be the victor of the second part. The Turma War scenario created by Woepie, Strahssis, in his Woepie's free-for-all party. So congratulations after victory of Assem, Star in the first round of Highland. Then, well, Grassengroom is taking the second, and who knows who's gonna be taking the third one and fourth one in the next 2 weeks, next Sundays at 20 GMT again. Yep, seems like definitely the best choice was what Grassengroom has chosen, just to go on their PS resistance, and well, in the end, that was the quite clear victory condition for him. Okay then, so let's therefore have a look into, I guess, post-game. Gonna be seeing some interesting amounts of kills. You can see 11,000 for Grassengroom, again 28 economy. So with the gold here. Alright, that's the gold you get. Right, there you actually buying the increases. Quite, of course, he's gonna be eating, of course, the most of it. Logically. Wow. 1162 kills in the end. Ilovemiko 1012. For the longest time, kind of like trying to leave Tunison and Grassengroom to fight each other. And farming, killing combo, and Massey. But yeah, well, he just wasn't built up as he should have been. And therefore, all that fairly good preparation wasn't unfortunately enough for him. Everyone getting that one deer. We just got the Woepie. How many did we get? 900. Interestingly, 944 Turmas for Massey. He was having by far the most of them. As you can see right now, Miko at 632. For the players who actually played longer in the game, it's gonna be the highest amount. Whereas for Grassengroom, 688 only. Yeah. It's gonna confirm in what much and how much of a good build he did create here. 776 even for killing combo. Some good kills and some good armies. We got 6 Turmas somehow. Actually, we've hidden somewhere for the scenario purposes, most probably so. And I can say now on the armies that's gonna be quite a bit of a nasty drop for green for a moment here. Managed to recuperate from that. Killing combo as well here. No, and guess again, congratulations therefore to Grassengroom on the victory in the second round of a Woepie's free-for-all party, and good luck in the next round to all the players who are gonna be signing up. And if you are gonna be wanting to sign up as well, then exclamation mark Woepie into the chat, and you can therefore sign up as well. And maybe you're gonna be casting you next week, and you're gonna be having your chance at the prize pool, and of course the fun in the tournament too. GG. So that's gonna be there for it for the second part of the event. So I guess at this point we can therefore give you also the next links. We are on 2-minute delay, of course, as usual. So at this point, it's gonna be already a bit delayed in there. So exclamation mark Woepie for the free-for-all tournament that we right now are running. Or you can also find some good information on the event too next week. Oh well, at this point I can just probably go into the window capture. Give me a sec to show it to you properly. So there we go. So next week you're gonna be having desertification. It's gonna be for 4 players. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be like only 1, or if maybe it's gonna be a bit more of them, but I guess probably 1. So I guess it's gonna be maybe first come, first serve, we'll see. As then, well, Mythology Mini is gonna be also for a number of players, 4 in the last week. That's probably gonna be, I think, in somewhere specialized or kind of specialized detail. But I guess maybe if there was a bit more interest, maybe there could be even some more rounds, but that's up to Strahssis, aka VP and host of the tournament. So, next week is gonna be Desertificazione. So, just to let you know, you can also get the link. Oh, the Turma in the cinematic. Ah, okay. That's where we actually got those. So, desertification next week, and if you are interested in the Turma Wars here, then, obviously, you can get it on Woepie as well. So desertification is a map that has an economic win condition, so it's going to be a bit different than what we have seen so far. And you're going to be wanting to get as the first to 10,000 food in the bank. But obviously, other than that, it plays and feels like a regular high hunt map with some fishinos in there. And the general game plan is, of course, not to rush because, yeah, well, it's a lot of food and therefore you would just be getting destroyed before that. So you'll need some kind of decent army to actually even somewhat fight for the dominance. So I wonder how it's gonna be playing out, as wonders have been disabled and the starting town centers are indestructible. So you're gonna be losing that, and to prevent endless games, resources will be spawning at 15 minutes, then every 8 minutes after that at unsafe locations. And additionally, players can check the amount of food by looking at the obelisks in the center of the map. Might be, of course, in there as well. And you can therefore know how potentially, if maybe somebody is running away from you and there is some kind of chance of possible problems. And therefore you need to be maybe ganging up on somebody. You can say that's how usually the map and how approximately the map is gonna be looking. So that's gonna be for the next week. You can therefore enjoy that. No, well, and of course the Mythology Mini. It's gonna be there for the week number 4. It's gonna be, you can see some nice picturing. You're gonna be getting improvements onto the units in there. So sounded like a Mythology, but obviously just a mini version of that logically. And you're gonna be spawning with militias, and then after 50 kills, you are gonna be getting levels up into like, what was it there? Toxotai, and you can see some camels even, all kinds of units, and therefore again some more kills. Well, the more kills, the better chances for your success, and 8 levels in total. And at level up, you will automatically receive both line and armory upgrades, and also upgrades town center like masons and architects. And Gaia will be also sometimes providing some good powers. And the aim is to destroy town center, so it's gonna be somewhat similar as the Turma Wars here, but with, of course, different means to achieve your end than only, of course, the counter archers from Atlanteans. Okay, so that's gonna be for the next weeks. No, and well, if you are therefore gonna be interested, then feel free to join us on Voobly. For example, you are coming from EE, then you can also join us, as there is right now the sale, 75% off extended edition. Never buy it for the full price because it's just like robbery at broad daylight. It's absolutely not worth it in any kind of way. But now for the $5 or what is it at 75%, it's the price. It is somewhat okay. You can get some enjoyment and entertainment from the normal game on Steam, but you can also at the same time, with the compatibility patch by Strahssis and Chris, try to play on Woepie with us if you wish to increase your player base, more players, getting some custom scenarios here, and a better game experience possibly. Especially team games are not gonna be much better here on Voobly. Let's see, well, fortunately the engine and the game on EE is not the best, so feel free to use it for maybe some 1v1s and whatnot. And then if you are looking for some more quality experience and more stable experience, then feel free to join us on Woepie too for some good fun forward and further. Otherwise, of course, also visit RTS-Sanctuary for anything Age of Mythology. Age of Mythology heaven as well. So discussions, guides, tournaments, recorded games, history of the game if you wish, webs from 2003 and 2002, or plenty of custom creations from the community as well, like tons of other custom scenarios, like, for example, the Turma Wars, which is a new one by Strahssis, or the Desertification or Mini Mythology, and you can get there some custom campaigns, game crossovers with like Lord of the Rings and whatnot, and Game of Thrones, or some custom civilizations like some versions of Aztecs, different ones than they are on EE, or some reverse engineering by Warrior Mario details, so if you want to be adding into that, or if you want to be really creating something yourself, then plenty of tools and modding guides, active modders maybe to help you out. If you want to be getting into map scripting and become the next Rebels Rising, everything is available there, and creating some great tools for us like the resource counts or live upgrades that we do have, or for example, the extra observers do not ruin the recorded games. Everything is possible for you to get to if you are interested. If you are interested in all of that. No, and if you are gonna be also curious about therefore joining us on Voobly, then that's just like straight Voobly.com, and you can play here either on the Voobly balance patch if you wish. That is the most common version, or you can be playing the Ensemble Studios 103 patch, so the original game if you wish, up to you. You can play vanilla here without Titans, expert vanilla patch that is used for tournaments and show matches like by Destroyer, and you can also play here Deathmatch, Lightning, against bots, against AI. You can play here other custom scenarios, Zelda hosted here, all the classic Norse Wars, Settlers, Tiny, very commonly I'm seeing lately. There are some more people interested in that. Elkers has created L_URS. He's also streaming it often, has created a guide for that on Woobly forums. No, and you can enjoy something like Foodwood Gold, Bloodsport, CB aka Castleblood, Mythodea, Dark Mythodea, or Gladiators, RPG Tower Defense, I don't know, Cat and Mouse, Forest Escape, maybe Dwarven Football, and all kinds of other fun stuff. You can also get some basic Settlers, I think I mentioned, some basic maps automatically when you join the lobby, as there is also the event number 1 going on that is still running. It's basically every week or 2 weeks it's changing which kind of scenario is featured, and if you play that on that ladder 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, whatever, free for all, then you're gonna be getting points for that, and who at the end of the event is gonna be at the top will be getting some premium account here, which gives you some goodies for better experience on Woobly, like avatars and a higher amount of friend list capacity, or for example ability to use some cool rooms like 1 through 5 and be the boss of Woobly, and some other things. So yeah, well, feel free, of course, take part and just simply have some good fun with custom scenarios here. No, and for maybe some others to also mention, there are some new ones constantly going on, especially Strahssis is currently doing what he can. He has, for example, released also interesting mod for Age of Empires 1 music in Age of Mythology, the Titans. So if you wish that, and for example, Carnivora Wars is a new custom scenario if you wish. And for example, I think in also European Wars, I'm gonna be having the link for that somewhere here as well. Give me a sec. That has been mentioned by Sealimbet in the chat. There's maybe something that's gonna be some event for too. So plenty of things going on, and Strahssis also has updated something like Tower Defense or Choose Your Mutations, also another custom scenario that is played a bit more commonly lately, recently in the past year. So there's plenty of activity going on here still with this game and with the scenarios with European Wars. That is to highlight the author, created by NK Kit. And yep, basically, as you are having Steam Workshop on Steam, Voobly is having the same. You can also upload Voobly's or the mods to Voobly Mod Center and share it with others. Can do plenty of things here as well. And it's auto downloading and auto updating if you update it as well for all the players. So yeah, well, very similar thing as is there is also available here. So feel free to visit us if you are interested. But yeah, well, for the time being, I'm thinking that might be there for it. Maybe just can be there for if you are in like the business of showcasing a few of the things here. Then we can probably even show maybe the Carnivora Wars therefore. Yeah, gonna be of course getting invincible. Just like unending number of carnivoras to fight with, and then you can basically the point is to kill the queen turtle. So somewhat of a similar idea as those scenarios with some servants also to help you out. You can get plenty of extra information here on that. Martial Elver, fragile but excellent sniping other special units. Servants, special unit that is amazing clearing the reefs of carnivoras. So this is how it looks. This is kind of like what kind of fun you can be also expecting here. So you can go watch it on YouTube, so it's gonna be able to be bigger. Oh well. But how about not having the ad here? Yep, there's the Age of Empires 1 sounds and musics in there, so that's what you can be enjoying here. Now, and in the European Wars, so we can find here somewhere where I can drop it. Packing it, and you start at the start of the game. Each player chooses a country, location he wants to spawn in, and the first player that is able to obtain 7 town centers, so not 5. That's probably something I've been mentioning before. Is gonna be able to hold them for 5 minutes, so that's why the where the 5 comes from is gonna be within the game. So nice Europe. Just gonna choose your starting position, get to the TCs, and hold them for long enough time to be the overlord of Europe. Very similar to something like the version that you maybe know from Age of Empires 2, if you have seen that. Authors NK Kid, Sealing Bat, and Strahssis. And yep, so right now the workshop. Age of Mythology can get the mods here, gameplay mods. That's like for the patches, for example, that changes gameplay overall and is a bit more thorough. The visual content mods is basically something where you can be getting some maybe UIs and whatnot, and just gonna create and submit your mod. It's gonna be checked by the staff, and then, well, you can be having some good fun with that as well. Okay then, so I guess that's gonna be that for it for today. So I hope you enjoyed this second part of Woepie's free-for-all party. Next week, 20 GMT. Mark your calendars. That's gonna be another one coming up, and of course you can sign up as well if you wish. No problem whatsoever. Up to you. Feel free to message me or Strahssis, or look around on Voobly, and you're gonna be able to get the information if you are looking for something a bit more. No, and who is there for right now? Streaming for some quality Age of Mythology, possibly. So you may be to enjoy, that you could recommend. So that's, for example, Ognany doing some games here. So if you're interested, then feel free to maybe visit. Otherwise, it seems like there's gonna be also some kind of campaign, and seems like at early, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seems to be doing some extended edition team games probably. Yeah, seems to be against AI. So if you are interested, feel free. Optical PH and optical phenomenon. Oh, there's optical phenomenon. Okay, without the vowels in there. Vowel and the other consonant. Yeah, vowel. Okay, it's correct. Vowel is the AE and whatnot. So I guess feel free to maybe have a look at those. Gonna be probably soon streaming also some others you might be interested in. Seems like that Ulysses is just about to start streaming. So yeah, that's okay. Where do I have him? That's gonna be, of course, a top level player that you might be having some damn good fun with. He's already streamed, or started streaming just about now a few minutes ago. So he's doing some games against Tunison, exactly, who has been playing with us. So yep, let's therefore or visit that. No, and that's gonna be there for it for me and from me. If you're interested in some Rachel Mythology, we are streaming every Wednesday community games, and in between, if there is something like that, helping the community out, then, well, if we are needed for that, then we help. No, and we also stream in Monday and Thursday regularly, and then in between, if there's something live in the Age of World, usually, that I want to help to cover with, help cover, usually some Age of Empires 2, both English and Czech, and sometimes Age of Empires 4, but that's very rare, and usually focus on AoE 4 players, but really rare. Lately, we have been streaming some Diablo 4, since you're having luck in the giveaway to even get that. It's kind of like barely streamable because of my computer, but it's a fun game, so when I have opportunity. Has been some Thursday, and on Monday we are streaming kind of more onto old school variants of games. So something like Dune 2 is gonna be probably coming soon. Again, some campaign due to the movie number 2 coming up. We do have to finish the Ordos campaign. We have finished the Atreides and Harkonnen already years back. Settlers 1, gonna be playing most probably tomorrow, unless something live from Age of Empires 2 comes up. Then probably gonna be doing some skirmish session, because on Friday, 30th June, it was 30 years since release on Amiga. So we're gonna be reminiscing. We have already finished the whole 30 missions of campaign on the stream in the Twitch. So you can find some missions either here on highlights or on YouTube already. Plenty of them. You can also find hundreds of Age of Mythology and Age of Empires 2 and whatever else, other videos. And Heroes of Might and Magic, for example, we also stream here somewhat regularly, commonly, let's say. As we do the story mode run for Enroth and Erathia. You can find below the stream, and we have streamed here what even Transport Tycoon Deluxe, and on the bit more free roll sessions, or when I felt like it, we have streamed some other RPGs like Kingdom Come Deliverance, Witcher, or for example even from the older ones, Daggerfall, or I want to be doing Dungeon Keeper here, Baldur's Gate. I would love to play one day again, but we're soon gonna be in Might and Magic 6 in the Might and Magic story mode run, so that's also one of my top favorite games of all time. Looking forward to that. And sometimes we do also something old school from Amiga, like Lotus Trilogy or Alien Breed, or would be liking to do Goblins, for example. That's a fun little French game, but that's gonna need it's more of a chat experience, I guess, than I usually get, so maybe somewhere in the future, who knows. But nonetheless, for today, that's gonna be it for it. Thank you very much to Strahssis, aka Woepie, for hosting the tournament and creating the scenario in the first place. And thank you very much to also Star, aka Assem, Tunison from CUD, Star from ONU, Organization of Natural Uppers. CUD is Clan Uniao Discord for Tunison. Then also Ilovemiko, Killing Combo 13, Massive 350, and Grass the Kid from JSS. 2K for Jesus, okay, Grassengroom. Not sure if that's his latest clan. He's having nicknames in all kinds of them. But yeah, well, that's kind of like the latest that I am at least aware of. But yeah, that's gonna be there for it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Blackadder at Blackadder's Place, and see you later. I'm having the whole Atreides and Harkonnen campaign on YouTube already. So if somebody's interested in that, but Ordos, yeah, I have to be... I'm thinking I'm at like mission 5 or 6 currently. So still like 3 missions to finish in there. Guessing that maybe it's gonna be good opportunity somewhere on during autumn, probably around the movie hype, to finish that. Yeah, those missions are a bit trickier than for the others because, no, we'll see. Maybe with better knowledge today than 20 years ago on the micro of the special units, the ones that actually change the allegiance of the others. Yeah, really the problem is you don't have rocket launches. That's actually quite a bit of a big problem. So it's possible. I finished it on Amiga, but it will be probably a pain. It might be maybe even some restart. Who knows? No, nonetheless. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Blackadder at Blackadder's Place. Hope you enjoyed, and see you later. Maybe on some more Age of Mythology on Wednesdays, or next Sunday, or else time.